You know, lately I've talked about the folks that are going to be one and done. In other words, they got sucked into the RV craze during the pandemic and they had bad experiences. They said, this is not for me. I'm going to tell you a little story, and it's not just for the people that are the one and done crowd, but maybe there's something that you can glean from this little story that will be helpful. So, once upon a time, there was a person that wanted to seek happiness. They wanted to find happiness. They had tried and failed, and they wanted to find, how do I find happiness? So they visited this man, and he was an old, wise man, didn't speak very much. And he asked the wise man, where do I go? Where is happiness? And the wise man said, and the guy went. And he didn't find happiness. He fell on his face. He fell flat on his face. It was misery. And he came back to the old man. He said, you told me that happiness was over there. Where is happiness? The old man said, okay. So he goes over and he chases it, and guess what happens? He falls on his face again. It's terrible, terrible. He's limping back to the old man, and he says, you told me where happiness was. Where is happiness? And he points right like that, right there. He limps off in to find happiness, and he meets disaster, just disaster. Almost takes him out. He's crawling back to the old man. He crawls back to him. He said, you told me it was there, then there, then there. Where is happiness? Every time I have fallen flat on my face, where is happiness? It's on the other side of where you fell on your face. I think a lot of people that bought an RV fell on their face. They went on their first camping trip and things didn't work. Maybe they didn't take the time to do their homework, learn how things operated in their RV. It could have been a whole lot of different things. And they gave up, or the second trip, or the third trip. They went that way, that campground, that thing, and it didn't work out for them. And they went, well, RVing's not for me. Happiness might just be on that next, right over that next problem. But if you give up before you get through the problem, you're never going to learn. You're never going to find that happiness. Now, is RVing for everybody? Absolutely not. It really isn't. But for most people, if you can get through that rough patch, and there will be a rough patch, even for seasoned RVers, there's a rough patch. You know what it's called? LIFE. That's what it's called. And if you want everything, if you have to have everything just perfect or you're going to be miserable, don't buy an RV. In fact, I'd say don't try anything, because successful people have to go through the rough patch. I see that problem with a lot of people. It's not just with young people. It's not just with first-time RV buyers. We don't want to suffer. We want it now, and it better be good. I think that I try to look at life personally as when life slaps me in the face, kicks me hard, that I don't give up. I say, well, you know what? On the other side of this, there's got to be something good. Don't give up. And so for all the people that were the one and dones, if you're thinking about, giving the RV up, selling it, go do something else, you're not going to find something, I think, that can be any more meaningful for you and your family than RVing and camping. Good grief, you're connected to nature. What could be better than that? Nature doesn't care how much money you have or how much money you don't have, what kind of RV you have. Nature is just nature, and if you're not responsible, if you can't take care of yourself, you probably don't have, probably shouldn't be out in nature anyway. But go through those hard places, fall on your face. It's okay. Don't do stupid stuff, but don't expect everything to go perfect. Don't expect you're going to pick up your iPhone and there's going to be the answer to everything right there, because life is not that easy. I wish it was. Man, I wish it was. But there's something else on the other side of those disasters where you fall on your face. There's confidence. There's understanding. There's wisdom. There's reflection. Things that you will never see on this side of that disaster. So when disaster happens in your life, I'm suggesting that you might want to hang in there. Don't throw in the towel. Not on our RV. Don't throw the towel in on your spouse, on your kids, on your job. Don't do that. Hang in there, because on the other side of that, there is good. You just have to hang in there long enough and try and find it. Is that a guarantee? No, it's not. But I'll guarantee you one thing. You fall on your face and you throw in the towel, that's a guarantee you're done. You're done. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's RVing, whether it's your job, whatever it happens to be, you throw in the towel, you quit, and you quit. That is a guarantee. So what does this have to do with RVing? Well, hopefully you can read between the lines here. RVing, again, is not for everybody, but I think it's for most people. I think a lot of people can get benefits out of RVing and camping. Even if they don't buy an RV, you can go rent one. If you don't have an RV, don't want to rent one, go rent a cabin. Stay out in the woods. Take your family with you. Get off the technology. I promise you, there is something special on the other side of that. You just got to hang in there long enough. But let me know what you think. You think that throwing in the towel is a good idea, or maybe success, happiness, being content is on the other side of falling on your face? Post your comments down below. I read every email, I listen to every voicemail message, and your comments, your thoughts really are important to me. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you next time.